Son of a gun. Well, that's what happens when you don't make sure your oil cap for your bar chain oil is secure. All right, we are going to till this small food plot here. All right, everyone, welcome to Peterson Farms of Nashville. And today we're gonna till this small food plot. That's right, I said food plot. It's for the deer and turkeys and the other wildlife that may enjoy a food plot. We've had pretty good success in past recent years. Last year, didn't really get around to doing anything with it just because of all the storm damage and the work we had to do around the farm just to get it cleaned up and get it to this state, which is probably 80% back to what it was previous to the storm. But anyway, we're going to show you our Kubota L3301 and how it performs with the tiller, the Landpride Tiller. So stick around and enjoy the show. All right, for those of you who are not familiar with our channel, we have about 20 acres here. 5 or 6 of it is actually woods, and it's butted up against hundreds of acres of woods with nobody out there. All the property owners live on the edges. So we do have quite a bit of wildlife, and deer and turkey, heck, even bobcats, coyotes, all the bad stuff too. And then we had 24 chickens for the last 3 years, but those got taken out by the storm last year as well. Huge straight line winds and a tornado come through here, 2 separate storms last year, and just devastated the property's trees. So we've been doing a lot of cleanup there as well. Look at some of the past videos of the storm last year, the 2025, I think it was in March or whatever, storm. But this Kubota L3301, which we purchased shortly after we bought this property, and it's been a tremendous workhorse for us here on the farm. The grapple I purchased right after the storm for the cleanup. And without this tractor and that grapple, I would still be 50% or less of what we've already accomplished here as far as the cleanup. But we till a garden, big, huge garden, which we didn't get out last year because of the storm. So the Landpride Tiller has been very instrumental on this property, not only for the garden, but for our food plots and some of the other management items. But check out some of our other videos where we use these implements as well as many, many more. And it's the Kubota L3301. The only regrets is I wish I would have got a little bit more horsepower and it had a little bit more lift capacity for the sawmill, because we have huge logs that I struggle with getting them up on the sawmill. Once I get them up on the sawmill though, the Mechmax 36 handles it perfectly. And we're getting a lot of, at least good wood out of those downed trees. And I've got plenty of videos there as well. But anyway, let's get to tilling with our Landpride Tiller and our 3301 Kubota tractor. Been a while since we used this. Trying to get rid of all the mud clods. I don't know if it's gonna really serve that purpose. But four-wheel drive. I think it would do fine for spreading a seed out. All right, I think it'd be fine for getting the seeds down into the dirt. All right, folks, I bit the bullet this year and went with a suggestion from a couple of my YouTube buddies, Ted over at Off the Hook Outdoors, and then Joe with Joe the Farmer. Pretty simple, but go check out their channels out sometime. They have a lot of food plotting and whitetail and turkey management type videos, as well as a lot of other things. I did decide to, since we didn't have a food plot last year, and you could really tell that the deer around here knew it. They weren't hanging out picking off those fresh veggies in the food plot, and just really didn't see as many deer as we would have in the past, and especially coming into this area. So what I thought I'd do this year, I've historically put clover up in here, and also had winter oats one time, and had some radishes. That's a mixed feeling on those, but the clover and the winter oats definitely were a hit with the deer. So I got this hot chick from Domain Seeds, and it's a hearty mix of chicory and clover to provide long-lasting attraction the spring, summer, and fall. Now, this has some perennial seeds in it. So Hot Chick has a hearty mixture of pH-tolerant cold season perennials that can last several years and provide nutrient-rich forage for your deer and turkey. So up in this top area of the food plot, I was planning on putting this down somewhat heavy. This is definitely one of the hot spots for clover. The new food plot, or newer expanded food plot, just over the hill here, I hit it with some weed killer and that kind of stuff. So I still got to wait a few weeks on it. But I think what I was going to put there was this overhaul designed to attract deer and improve soil through mining of key nutrients, weed suppression, and increased nutrient availability. And it basically has a mix of buckwheat, spring triticale, crimson radish, and can be planted in the spring or fall, and is not only designed to attract deer but also offer plenty of soil improvement characteristics. So I thought, since that a lot of that's newer soil, we are, not today, going to come back through and put down some of that elbow grease. I think it's made by Domain as well, which is like I believe a lime, liquid lime, to get the pH level up. And then we'll probably get some liquid fertilizer too. I'm trying to switch to liquids and see how that performs here on our farm this year. I've seen several other folks use them and have had pretty good success. Now, back in our other food plot, which I'm going to try to get tilled today, we're going to try some of this Domain No BS, and it's basically perfect for partially shaded, hard to get to plot locations back in the woods. And it has a mix of, let's see what it's got: oats, clover, forage wrap, radish, and chicory. So we'll give that a try back there in the forest food plot, the little micro food plot. But anyway, today we're going to go ahead and get the hot chick spread throughout here, and then drag our drag, which is just basically a glorified fence, through here and get those seeds down into the soil. And then the next couple days, it's supposed to rain, or at least a heavy chance of rain. Doesn't look like storms or anything like that, but hopefully we get those seeds soaked down in the ground and get to a good start, at least to this upper food plot. And then here in a couple weeks, we'll hit the other one and get it started off as well. And I'm hoping if we get this done up here today, to get back in the woods, till that up, it maybe throw the seed down. We'll just see what the soil looks like. So stick around and see how we do it anyway. And appreciate all the comments and feedback and suggestions. Yes, I said suggestions. So we do read all those and try to reply to as many as possible, if not all of them. So appreciate you stopping by. Let's get planting some seed in this food plot. All right, we're gonna get this seed bag on, and I've already adjusted the gate. You can definitely see the seed coming out at a pretty good rate. This is supposed to be able to seed a ½ acre, which we may only have 1/8 of an acre. So we'll seed it pretty heavy. It's really small seed. Usually just run it over with the side-by-side, or since we got this fence, we'll see how it does. The nice thing is it's not dragging a bunch of dirt with it. So it should be working that seed in pretty good. I think I got it. Modified fence rake drag. Got that seed mixed down in the soil there. So we'll probably come back by here and just drive through it. Well, we got some seed spillage. All right, on to the next project. Son of a gun. Well, that's what happens when you don't make sure your oil cap for your bar chain oil is secure. Ugh. All right, we got a little chainsawing to do first before we bring the tractor up here. succeeds. All right, everyone, that's it for this evening. We got the seed in the ground, at least in 2 of the food plots. And then we just got to work on the newer food plot, which is connected to this food plot here on top of the hill. I've got a tree stand right behind you, over your left-hand shoulder. And then we have a tree stand right in that tree down there, about midway down through the field. So that depending on the time of day, and wind, we can maybe get a shot on this food plot during season. And then we usually put a temporary ground blind out here for turkey or for the youth when deer season is in. So got quite a few options, I should say, in this particular food plot. And then in the other food plot, I got several stands located around it. Depending on the wind, we can pick which one. Or we've got several stands down in the woods, down towards the bottom, or on the hillside here. And we've been successful of seeing deer and turkey from each and every one of these stands during the season. So, but anyway, I just want to shout out again to Joe the farmer and Off the Hook Outdoors with Ted. So please go check out their channel. We still got the overhaul to apply down here, which we'll get that here in the next week or so. Expecting some rain tonight and tomorrow. But we'll see how this No BS does in the woods and how the Hot Chick by Domain does up here in this top food plot. Just want to thank y'all for stopping by the farm today. Peterson Farms of Nashville. Check out our other videos. We not only do food plot and deer hunting content, we do a whole array of things. How to do it yourself videos, how to work on your Ram truck, how to work on your bad boy lawnmower, how to work on your Kubota tractor. Heck, even how to work on your Honda 700 side by side, along with many other things. So hope you enjoy this type of content and more. But keep coming back and hit that like button if you don't mind, and subscribe. It means a lot to us that you follow along and take a chance on our channel. We won't disappoint you. And I know for those we do, you sure let me know about it. But we appreciate each and every one of you too. God bless you all till next time.